This is Heavy Rain Part 4. This is being filmed 2 days after Heavy Rain Part 3, so this is the first time in probably close to a week and a half that I haven't been making a game video every day, because the entirety of last week was Beyond Two Souls and Black Ops 3. Now it's Heavy Rain, but due to some unforeseen circumstances I had to be elsewhere, so yeah, but without further ado, Heavy Rain Part 4, we are on the second trial as Ethan, the butterfly. I'm going to try and shoot for 2+ hours of gameplay footage for this episode, because I've been getting slightly less than satisfactory these last Heavy Rain playthroughs episodes. I'm getting slightly less than I would like to out of these, because I want to at least have 2.5 hour long episodes, because I don't want to make too many parts. I want to do at least under 6, you know, which isn't going to happen with this, seeing as how it's number 4 right now and we're not even halfway through the game yet. So this will probably be like an 8 or 9 part series. I'm just going to try and make them... I'm trying to make the episodes a respectable amount of length.
Now where am I supposed to go? There must be a clue or something. It might be a trap. I'd better be careful.
So what I want to know is, the origami killer hauled way out here to this abandoned place that no one has since remodeled or taken or bought anything. He painted all these giant butterflies.
The origami figure,
which is, when you figure out who the origami killer is, it's quite comical to think of him coming here and painting all these butterflies on the wall.
Form of a butterfly. So, am I looking for a butterfly?
There's butterflies everywhere.
What am I supposed to do here? This is the old 𝘚𝘵𝘴 power station. I thought it was abandoned.
How does Ethan just happen to know what this place is? Also, in real life, in abandoned construction zones or houses or anything, people will still enter every now and then, city workers, to, you know, figure out what they're going to do with it. So it's not like the origami killer jigsaw trap in here would go unnoticed all this time. So if you haven't noticed, this trial has a lot to do with electricity, and it's all about causing Ethan to suffer, because he wants to... The origami killer wants Ethan to suffer in order to save his son. Ethan also has tetanus now. I don't know if it's because I'm so thin, but every time I get a tetanus shot, it really, or any sort of vaccine, it really takes a lot out of me. I'm pretty much on the floor for 3 to 4 days. I can't really move or do anything. I felt like my arm was about to fall off when I had my tetanus shot 4 or 5 years ago. It was so painful, and it felt like someone was chopping my arm off with a meat cleaver for about a week.
Electrical condensers. Going by the sound of them, they're still active.
Which doesn't make much sense, seeing as how this place is supposed to be quote-unquote abandoned. So you're supposed to follow the butterflies, but since the camera angle was not the best there, I didn't see which direction I was supposed to go. Also, you can change the camera angle with L1. Like, I keep on forgetting that's a thing, because I have not noticed that until just recently, which is slightly embarrassing considering how much I've played this game. So Ethan has to crawl through a fun house of not fun things here. Also, Ethan can, if you do this wrong, Ethan can pass out and quote unquote, you know, but, and he probably is meant to die or whatever, but they wanted him to progress the game, so I guess that wasn't an option. But if he passes out, this door locks behind him when he gets in, so it's not like he can just go back out. He's stuck in here. He's in it for the long haul. I don't know how I didn't see that glass from all the way over there. Also, that door is magic because there's no way that just closed by itself. A door that heavy.
I should never have got into this pipe. It's suicide.
It is very stupid.
Where's this pipe go? I've got a bad feeling.
So you gotta go really slow through this glass here. So if you go too fast through this glass here, what you should do is go back out the way you came from, kick the door out. Enough kicks, it'll give way, hopefully. Go and get some protective gear at Walmart or whatever, and bam, 30 minutes he's back, and he can go as fast as he wants.
Glass. Broken glass. Sharp as a razor. Impossible to go back. I'm gonna have to crawl.
All he really needs is like a big thing of poster board to just glide his weight across it, or like some sort of like aluminum foil board, or not foil, like aluminum or tin, like piece of scrap metal.
Slowly, so I don't tear up my arm.
You can kind of go faster than this, but I don't want to really jeopardize this gameplay. So I already know which way to go, so this is kind of unnecessary, but you have to do it.
The match flame. It indicates where the fresh air comes from. All I have to do is follow the wind.
No. How did the origami killer get inside this pipe and spread out all this glass? I mean, it's very comical to imagine that happening. See, I mean, if you go too fast like this, then he'll get cut up, and over time he'll start to pass out. So we want to avoid that. Again, I already know which way to go. I'm just doing this for you, the viewer. I should probably start saying which direction he's going to go in before I say that, so people don't think I'm lying. Okay, go left. Go left, Ethan. No, that's not... What? He's going back the way he was. I need him to go left. He went right instead of left. Left. I'm holding left. What is your problem? I've never had this happen before. Okay, turn around. You goon. I'm holding left on the stick. Finally. Come on, Ethan. I should probably be going a little faster to compensate for his stupidity. Do you know how unlikely it is to get a match every single time? Or to strike it every single time successfully? especially on these really tiny, like rinky-dink matchbooks that he has. You almost have to really, you have to use like 2 or 3 matches at once and intertwine them together and then strike it for one of them to guaranteed be lit. He has to go right here. See, I'm not bullshitting when I tell you I know which direction to go. I'm doing it for the viewing pleasure of, I guess, myself. Since, again, no one's gonna watch these. I think Beyond Two Souls, my gameplay of that game was probably more interesting since I know everything about Heavy Rain, so it kind of takes the like what's going to happen next aspect out of it. And that's the same for LA Noire too. That game is just so massive and long that it's very hard to remember every single detail, even when you've played through it 4 or 5 times like I have. And I just played through LA Noire like 4 months ago. So I might wait half a year to do that gameplay, but it is coming. And I might go ahead and just do it right now because I don't necessarily have anything in life that I have to do right now. I have a lot of free time. So, yeah, that's my main reason I want to do LA Noire next. Because I outright own LA Noire, it's not part of the PS Plus like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls is.
Don't even know where it leads. Could lead to hell for all I know.
Very unlikely.
Whatever, I don't really have a choice. There's no other way out.
You could go through that glass and stuff. Also, in this situation, the Origami Killer had to go down this hole, which I don't think he would fit in.
To jump or not to jump? Fuck that. Stupid fucking pipe! And Sean is gonna die because of me. Keep it together, Ethan. Come on.
I don't think it's even possible to get back in. Yeah. That'd be funny if you could just go through all that glass again.
Alright. I guess I don't really have any choice.
If the Origami Killer really was smart, he'd make this pipe go just like straight down and grease it up so you can't get back up. As barbaric as that is, that'd be the best way and the most... That'd make the most sense for all the fathers of the children disappearing and never coming back. It's because they're at the bottom of this pipe rotting away with no way to escape. See, Ethan is like 5'9" or something, and he can't be more than like 130 pounds. So he can barely fit in this pipe too. So that means the real Origami Killer definitely cannot fit in this pipe to get all the way down and put more traps in. Again, I'm saying this because there's a door out here too, and he probably realistically he came through that door to do all these doozies, but that wouldn't explain how the glass was everywhere in the pipe. So he definitely went through the pipe and then went in the door to do this part. I watched season 1 episode, or season 3 episode 3 of Downton Abbey right before making this.
I didn't come this far to give up now.
The Alfred character.
Now, I've got to go all the way if I want to save Sean.
Is a new
better
addition.
leave while I'm still alive. I'm not going to save Sean by dying here. I will not give up. I'm in this all the way to the bitter end if it saves my son.
So you can choose to go out this this door right here and give up.
I must have lost a lot of blood. I can hardly stand up. A field of electric condensers. I've got to go through them to reach that butterfly. Better have a good look at each one of those condensers. If I choose the right route, I'll have a better chance of coming through this in one piece.
Alright, so where's the... Yeah, the door is on my left right here.
The spaces are different. Some condensers look easier to pass than others.
I don't think... Yeah, I purposely messed up there because I don't want to accidentally go out, since I want Ethan to suffer. He's a terrible character. Alright, so I know the best one to go to is this one. And it's also the only one you could probably go to. Again, it's been like a year and a half since I've played Heavy Rain, so I don't know exactly every detail like I would with L.A. Noire. So if you think holding down 3 buttons is hard, then you're going to have a field day with the Mad Jack episode when he's trying to bash your head in with a saw and you're trying to you know, not pass out because of the drugs and fight him and hold your gun on him all at once. And you have to push at least 7 buttons to do that, which I have done before successfully. And I looked it up on YouTube to try and see if anyone else could do it, and I didn't find a single video. See, this is really hard right here, because all 4 of these buttons are right next to each other. So again, I don't know exactly when we're going to kill off Ethan, but he's not going to be the one to save Sean. It's going to be Norman. Oh yeah, we're going to get Ethan incarcerated at the first chance that he can. So when Madison has to call Ethan's room, or else the cops will surprise him, that's when Ethan's gonna get arrested. And then Norman will choose not to bail him out, and will win as Norman. Are you kidding me? I gave myself an aneurysm trying to mash that button, and that wasn't good enough? Are you... So you only have 3 tries at this, so okay, this is a different... Okay. Is that it? Oh. Well, that was stupid how that didn't hit.
I can smell burning. Is it me?
That was retarded how that hit me. Ethan went flying like a rag doll. How does Ethan know that this isn't the same clip from the first day, only from different angles? I mean, Sean could already be dead by now, realistically. Well, he only saw about half of that because his eyes are closed. I mean, Ethan should already know that that is Roosevelt, because R-E and T, and it's a long word. He should already have that. He should be putting 2 and 2 together at this point. He should already be there. I mean, he could, right now, just using those first blank words and then Roosevelt Drive, he definitely could have found Sean by now, just by going to all those locations and breaking and entering. And using common sense, like, I mean, a restaurant's not going to have a well in the back of it with a kid in it. So successfully completed the butterfly. When the next trial where Ethan has to cut off his finger, I think I'm just gonna grab the scissors and just, because I've always wanted to see what would happen if you did the worst possible, like, successful route in that trial. So I'm gonna do that. Just take the scissors and cut off his finger with the scissors, which is the worst way to cut off something, given the items in that room. So again, Madison only exists in this game to help other characters and, like, you know, be another life if you kill Ethan or Jaden. So yeah.
Oh my god.
So Madison should be thinking that Ethan's just overdosed, because he was like really weird last time they met.
I'll get him to bed.
Oh my god. What happened to him?
Calm down, girl. There must be something I can do to help him.
How did Ethan make it all the way like to the 3rd floor, drove his car here, and then just like passed out 2 feet from his bed? That seems like a lot of work to not get to your target location. Today I went to the next town over to get my haircut because they have a really good barber there, and it's worth the trek. So yeah, the only thing I really care about my body is my hair, because it's the first thing everyone sees about you.
Ethan?
I mean, if Ethan had a clown wig on, then, you know, you'd notice it instantly.
Can you hear me?
So I gotta make him like a cocktail of, oh, I can look through Ethan's box here and find all his origami nonsense and the gun and everything, but I'm not going to, because that just makes Madison act like a douche towards Ethan. She's like, oh man, he's the origami killer, I better get all the knowledge I can out of him, because she lied and said she was a photographer even though she's a journalist. Okay, what was I trying to... Do I have to go through that? I don't remember having to go through it. I wish I could just leave. Okay, here we are.
You've got a hell of a fever. Are those burn marks on your chest? I'm gonna have to get your clothes off to disinfect those wounds.
Sure. I'm sure that's what she... So you can choose to like really mess up here and like do the wrong things. Also, he still has 1 or 2 broken ribs apparently.
Those are serious burns. I don't know if I can do anything for you.
Rub some jello on there. Or fish. Fish skin is the best thing for burns, because it's like human skin, because you can't just take human skin and wrap it over burns. But you take fish skin and it like I think the oils and the waters from it like protect the burn site, and then like the skin from the fish will like morph into your human skin, and then the fish skin will like, you know, fall off, but your skin will
really bad.
kind of like, you know, heal faster.
I need to disinfect your wounds. He's burning up. He's running a fever. I've never seen anything as bad as this before. How did he get this way? Okay.
Cocaine, the
First
hell
thing
of a
is to
drug.
keep calm. I'm gonna give him first aid. He needs first aid. There should be all I need in the medicine cabinet.
He needs a hospital. You should be like already on your way by
First
now.
thing is to keep calm. I'm gonna give him first aid.
Yeah, I understand. First aid. Okay, she's just bringing everything this time. She didn't get the gauze.
I'm no doctor, but I'll do what I can.
She just put her hand like directly on his chest with the burns. That would have definitely caused him discomfort. Disinfectant on burns. Bad is a bad decision. It's gonna burn, pun intended, like crazy.
That should ease the pain.
She definitely should have washed her hands in that bathroom. Medicine has pretty long fingernails. More medicine. Painkiller. I should really give him some sleeping pills so he misses precious time. If I was real evil. Actually, hell, I'm going to. More pills. Sleeping pills.
Wait. Sleeping pills in his state?
Yes.
Not a good idea.
Okay. Well, why even bring the medicine if picking the wrong one doesn't do anything to him?
Can't put on a bandage yet. Gotta treat the wounds first.
I just did. I put the ointment on there. Disinfectant's gonna really sting. You don't need to disinfect burns. It instantly cauterizes and gets rid of everything. You know, like how you boil water? Oh, like it's because I didn't do this. She's doing the wrong parts.
Sorry. I'll go easier.
I have to do it all over again. Of course I do. That was like nowhere near any of the serious ones. Madison's a terrible nurse and character.
Your wounds are disinfected.
Again, how does this motel bathroom have like all this stuff? Go next time you're in a motel, look in the medicine cabinet. I guarantee you'll find like a syringe and maybe like half a bar of soap. If I fail this, I just slam him back down on the pillow.
That's all I can do.
You don't want to put cloth and paper, cloth, anything on burns because it will just stick to the burns as the burns heal. You know, it'll be really painful when it rip it off.
How do you feel? Ethan? He's unconscious. Now I'll just have to wait. And hope he wakes up.
Call an ambulance. Again, bad idea for valid reasons, but he was driving to a she doesn't know why he's refusing the hospital or anything. She just goes along with it just for lulz. So again, I chose not to open his box full of incriminating material. So Madison has no reason to believe that he's the killer. So anytime she says that or anything in the future will be because it assumes I opened the box. Or if he just straight up tells her. Again, Sean is drowning this entire time he's taking his rest.
How do you feel?
I've been better.
Yeah, you've been better.
About 3 hours.
He should have said like fucking horrible.
Why the guardian angel act? You don't even know me.
You didn't really leave me any choice. I couldn't just leave you like that.
You said you were here because you're an insomniac.
Again, no time for small talk. More saving Sean should be happening right now. He should be already out the door.
I prefer not to talk about it if you don't mind.
So, she just said she'd prefer not to talk about her problems, so now we're gonna probe Jason for... for Sean for him. Or Ethan. We're gonna say we don't want to talk about our problems when he asks politely, and now we're gonna like just demand to know what his problem is.
Some kind of a problem?
Bigger than you can possibly imagine.
You mixed up with the mafia? Owe someone money? Something like that?
Listen, I'm truly grateful for your help, but for your own sake, I think it's better if you don't ask any questions.
Maybe I could help you.
No one can help me.
Except the police, and go to Jaden with this box. Sean would already be at home by now. If he was, as soon as he got this box, he went straight to Jaden.
You've already done a lot, Madison.
Right.
But the origami killer has cameras in every trial, and if they saw that the police were there and not Ethan, he probably would just kill Sean. So I understand Ethan not wanting to do that.
I'm gonna go. Take care.
I need to get going. I've already lost too much time. I'm coming, Sean. I'll find you wherever you are. I don't want that girl to get involved.
Me neither.
No one must know until I find my son.
For some reason.
Must stay on my feet.
Okay, so we're gonna go take a shower. If we can. Okay, so I have to cut it right here. This will resume momentarily for you. Alright. Make sure everything's okay. So, it's been many hours since I said I was going to cut off, so I don't exactly know what was happening. I think Madison just left, right? Okay, so we gotta get out of here as Ethan. We gotta go to the next trial, I think. Then we probably play as Jaden. I would assume, unless it's Madison. She would have just left. Okay, go. Go. It is Madison. Wow, this is lagged out for a minute there. So I usually have very strict, absolutely no eating at all during gameplay, but I am starving.
I never killed nobody. Then why did you run away?
I'm eating the Special K pastry thins with the icing on them. Very fruity food, but It's sustenance, and that's pretty much all it comes down to. Probably not the best thing for you. They are the strawberry flavored kind.
Way when they came to question you. I already told you I forgot to report to my parole officer. I didn't want to go back to prison. When I saw the cops, I just bolted. I wasn't thinking straight.
We checked out his statement. He has an alibi for at least 3 of the murders.
That voice and actor, or whoever, they don't match up at all.
Fuck, that bastard was a perfect fit. Shit!
What do you mean perfect fit? He's got tattoos and everything over. I'd say most serial killers don't have neck and face tattoos. They blend in. That's why they're never caught.
Ash? Okay.
There was definitely a delay in the mouth there.
Sean Moss's mother's here. She'd like to speak with you.
So this is where Grace Mars completely screws Ethan and makes them think Ethan's the killer.
It was a few months back, the middle of the night. It was pouring down. Ethan came home completely drenched at about 3. I asked him where he'd been. He spoke about drowning, the rain. He didn't make it.
So this part makes no sense as Ethan, because like I've said many times, they cut out a lot of parts for Ethan in this game. So what Ethan's supposed to do is you're supposed to be able to play as Ethan when he blacks out and everything, so that you know what he's doing and everything, but they cut that out completely. So Grace and Ethan reference it many times to things he supposedly did when he was blacked out, and you have no way of confirming if it's true or not, because they cut out those segments in the game.
In sense, there was something in his eyes, as if.
So Sean looks nothing like Grace or Ethan, but Jason looked just like Grace. So
Wasn't really him.
Sean might not even be Ethan's kid, and he's going to all this trouble for nothing.
There may be no connection, but the next day there was that announcement about another victim of the origami killer.
So Grace should know better than this, because even if you don't like your husband, because so Grace is she thinks Ethan is responsible for killing Jason, even though Ethan did literally all that he could to stop Jason from getting hit, because Jason's just a little douche and he's insubordinate and he deserved to die pretty much. But Ethan leapt in front of the car to save him. He gave up his life for Jason, which somehow didn't kill him and killed Jason in the process, and Grace still blames Ethan. She divorced him and everything. So that's just, and she writes him out to the police under suspicions of, she doesn't even know. These are just suspicions. She doesn't know for sure that he's the origami killer.
Find my son. I'm begging.
Yeah, something's wrong with the animation here. It's not lining up right. I hope that's not the case for this entire game going forward.
Police Lieutenant Carter Blake. This is Agent Norman Jayden of the FBI.
It looks like
According
it's
to our
fixed.
information, Ethan Mars is one of your patients. We'd like to ask you a few questions about him.
I'm sorry, that's impossible.
I beg your pardon.
Why does every building in this game is so weirdly designed? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Secrecy. Under no circumstances may I discuss my patients.
Maybe that's how it is in France, because this is where David Cage is. David Cage is a France person. You wouldn't think that with the name David Cage, but it's actually like David, you know, a la 𝘚𝘵𝘳𝘴 or something, and he just changed it to Cage.
My job is to find Sean Mars alive, and I don't give a damn about any bullshit oath.
I know you don't want to protect him. If you know anything, you must tell us, Doctor.
I thought that was the Norman's thoughts, because I'm holding down left trigger, so I don't know why he spoke that.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. Now I must ask you to leave.
You need to.
I would have definitely liked to review my options there before I spoke if I knew that was a real thing.
Cooperate. For your own sake.
Here
It's
we
your
go.
duty to inform the police if you suspect one of your patients, Doctor.
Are you threatening me?
I'm just giving you some free advice, Doc. I suggest you take it.
He's right. Legally, you gotta tell us what you mean.
I am going to call the police and make a complaint about your behavior.
Very unwise.
Doctor, you are really pushing...
So we can stop this Carter beatdown here, but I'm not going to because I don't like this guy. And the end result is the same for both ways. So yeah, he's gonna get punched.
My buttons. The only thing I'm interested in is saving that kid's life. So, you're gonna be a good boy and tell me what I want to know, or I am really gonna lose my temper.
Not my problem.
Go of me. You have no right.
Oh, really? I am the one who decides what is right and wrong. And I've just decided
Calm
that
down,
you
Calvin.
are wrong, Doctor. Come on, Doc. There's an easy way and a hard way. It's your fucking choice.
Not my problem. Yeah. Woohoo. I'll give him some like back eye or side eye. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I think the end result is the same no matter what. Yeah, he gives you the origami figure either way. I'm pretty sure.
Ethan Mars has had
See? Yeah, he says the same thing. It doesn't matter if he's beat up or not.
psychological problem since his first son died. Feels responsible for his death. Sort of a mob.
Again, his first son only died a year ago, or 2 years ago, and the killings have been going on for like, you know, a long time.
He is haunted by visions of drowning bodies. A few weeks ago, after one of our usual sessions, I found this on the floor.
Yeah, he said he's haunted by visions of drowning bodies. Again, not true because that was cut from the game. There's no way, you know.
He must have fallen out of his pocket.
That's the 4th time someone's called me that has no caller ID and immediately hung up. I'm starting to get suspicious here because this is the first person that's called me in like 3 months, okay? No one ever calls or texts me because, I mean, yours truly has, no shocker, but very suspicious. No caller ID, they call and immediately hang up within half a second. So this is where they full-on just accuse Ethan of being the killer, and they're putting out a manhunt for Ethan, even though this is all, you know, not concrete evidence, and it's not even evidence. It's just it's just Grace being concerned and saying stupid things about suspicion.
Ash, I want you to assign every available man to finding Ethan Mars. I want a man outside his place day and night. Notify all agencies to start looking for him. I want you to keep an eye on the train stations, the airports, the bus terminals. I want every cop in the city on his ass, so that if he moves, we know about it. Yes, Ethan Mars is the origami killer.
And he botches the he botches it again. Everyone in this game, besides a certain character, botches origami. I mean, it's the same guy who's calling me because it has a little in quotes or barracks next to his name. It's 4. So I know it's him. It's the same time too, every time. 6:21 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so right now we have to... This is Gordy Kramer's father, and we're trying to tell him that his son is the killer, which this plot, this thing never really makes any sense with me. You'll understand later, but I don't know why Scott Shelby's wasting his time with this.
I'll pick her up from her place later on. The most exclusive golf club in town. Strange place for an appointment.
So we made an appointment.
I wonder what we're going to talk about.
This guy is clearly
Big stick,
not interested in golf.
Never could see the point of this game. Well, well, an old friend.
Nice shot. Thank you. Please come in, Mr. Shelby.
So we've already failed the criteria for perfect crime, but you have to kill this man too. We're going to kill Lauren either way, because I don't like Lauren as a character. So we're going to let Lauren drown in the car, but that's still a ways away. So for right now, we're focusing on trying to tell
no, thanks.
Mr. Kramer about Gordy.
Do you play?
I tried once, but I think the owner of the course is still looking for me.
It's an interesting sport. It requires strength, but also a cool head and absolute precision. Would you care to hit a few balls with me? There's no danger of damaging the greens here. Okay.
I've always maintained that only psychopaths play golf. I mean, yeah, I've never interacted with anyone in my life who's played golf, okay? But you always see people playing golf when I drive by there, and they're always the same exact type of person.
Take off your jacket and grab a club.
I mean, there's you know, bowlers, there's golfers, you know the type of people.
The balls are in that basket.
I can't believe he doesn't have one of his henchmen putting the balls on the tee.
The most important thing is to grip the club correctly. When you feel ready, you swing.
I'd make a Happy Gilmore reference here if Adam Sandler wasn't a terrible actor and comedian. He plays the exact same person in every movie he's in. There was definitely not enough.
Hell, it's only your first ball. You should try to strike it a little harder.
Well, I'm trying my best here. This was not made for the DualShock 4. I'm pretty sure you get an achievement for hitting the ball really, really hard, perfectly on your first time here.
Just to play golf, Mr. Kramer.
I hear you've been asking questions about my son.
That's right. I want to know if Gordy is linked to the origami killer case in any way.
Fantastic.
My son had nothing to do with that sordid case.
Well, then he has nothing to fear from my investigation.
You have
That
no
one went
business
way right.
investigating my son. I told you, he had nothing to do with it.
Every man in this game is so short, because I think Scott Shelby is only supposed to be 6'1" or 6'2".
With all due respect, Mr. Kramer, it's up to me to decide.
Which means I'm as tall or taller than him. And he towers over every other male in this game, so I don't know.
I'm an influential man, Mr. Shelby, and I pay very well for words.
So, knowing what I know, there's no way that Scott should not take this deal. It benefits him in every single way with no flaws or errors.
Are you trying to buy me?
No downside.
Let's just say I'm trying to show you where your interest lies. How much do you want to leave my son alone?
I think you misunderstood me. I don't play that game.
You should be playing that game.
day, Mr. Kramer.
So we can choose to let Mr. Kramer die of a heart attack when we eventually raid his house. But I don't think I'm going to kill him. Since perfect crime, I mean, I'd have to kill him. I mean, I'd kill him. He's just I don't care about his character at all. It's not like I'm torn between two worlds here. So, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Probably gonna kill him. I'm definitely killing Lauren. But, perfect crime, the criteria for perfect crime has already been failed, so doesn't really matter either way. Okay, so this is the third trial. 3 of 5. The next one is the one where you have to kill someone. The one after that, Ethan has to quote-unquote kill himself. Well, like I said, I think I'm not gonna. I think I'm just gonna grab the rusty pair of scissors and cut his pinky off. Because usually it's methodical and thought out about how you're gonna cut the finger off to like the most sanitary and, you know, pain-free way that you can cut off your finger.
There's been a fire in here. Everything is all burned up. The pain's coming back. Drugs are beginning to wear off.
Well, you took 4 times the dose.
9711 Marble Street. To the right place, but what am I supposed to do in this dump? Still feeling weak. I can hardly stand.
So we have to crack open these lizards here.
Porcelain lizards? They look new. Out of place with the rest of this old beat-up stuff.
I mean, I know which one it is, so there's no use in getting the wrong ones here. Having a seizure here trying to shake this thing fast enough. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just gonna, I mean, go look at someone else's video if you want to look at all the options for how Ethan can cut off his finger, but since I already know I've already done them all personally, so it's not anything new to me. So we're just gonna take the scissors and cut off his finger. Because I wanna see how many slices it takes him to cut it off. I think the best way you're supposed to do it is sanitize his hand and the meat cleaver. Because I think the meat cleaver would probably be the best approach. Just, you know, one and done, one strike, one everything. Cauterize the wound and wrap it, and then drink whiskey while you're doing the whole thing. But that's not what we're doing. We're going to cut it off with scissors. But again, Ethan's not very smart, so in this situation he'd probably be cutting them off with scissors.
A GPS on the table.
So there'd definitely be a way to cheese this if this is a real life situation, because you could just stay here long enough. You could not even turn the GPS on to start the whatever, because that's totally optional. Nothing's forced. It's not like as soon as he opens the door the timer goes off, like in various saw traps. And also the part is hidden very obviously, so if he spent like an hour in here tearing the place apart to find the part, he'd definitely find it, so he doesn't even have to cut his finger off. Realistically, I mean, the first thing there's only so many places you can hide the thing you get when you win in a room like this, so I'd just go by the room and tear the place apart, and eventually I'd find it, and I'd still have all my limbs.
Are you prepared to suffer to save your son? You have 5 minutes to cut off the last section of one of your fingers in front of the camera. If you succeed, you will get your reward.
I don't know how the origami killer always has the latest tech and all these tapes and everything. I mean, he's put a lot of money into this, probably more money than he has.
Gotta disinfect the wound if I want to have a chance of surviving.
No, you don't.
I have to go through with it. I have no choice, for Sean's sake. Cut off a finger? No way!
I like the way he gave that line delivery.
Gotta find a sharp object, something that'll make a clean cut. I don't want to have to start hacking away at it.
Well, too bad.
The pain's gonna be intense. Gotta find some way to reduce it.
Okay, scissors. That's the meat cleaver right there. The water doesn't work, so there's no point in doing that. Is that? No, that's not it. That's the. He's supposed to put it through his teeth to lessen the pain. Oh, I better do some contemplating in the chair here.
This is fucking nuts! I can't do it! I want to save Sean, but I refuse to do this!
He's having an internal monologue here.
This could all go horribly wrong. I'm not going to save my son by dying here. 5 minutes. I've got 5 minutes to cut off my finger. Gotta decide now.
I've already decided. I'm just postponing the inevitable at this point. Oh man, the saw. Okay, that'll be option number 2 if we can't find the scissors. No, don't leave. Okay, stay. Okay, move. There was something else here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I could have swore there was like actual like scissors that like a child would use. Unless they're in the so that's the tomahawk.
You have 4 minutes.
Yeah, I'm working on it. The camera angles in this game are oh yeah, here they are. Yeah, we're using the scissors. Okay, so there's a whiskey and stuff in that medicine cabinet if you're wondering. Yeah, but scissors. Alright. Alrighty. My controller is shaking so much here. Alright, this will probably be intense for some of the weak-willed here. At least he's doing like the best finger to be doing in the situation, because he's going for his left pinky finger, which is a pretty useless finger when you. I mean, right now I could play this entire game without my left pinky finger, like entirely, not just the tip of it. But if he did something stupid like his right index finger or something dumb, then that would really secure his fate as the most stupid person in this game. Okay. You chose this. Man, that sure would suck. Scissors are purposely made to be dull. Did I not get it? No, I don't think I got it. Yeah. I don't know what else. I don't know what he got out of his pocket to cut it. But so, and on top of this, I'm gonna make Ethan get caught by the cops here. So, there's that. He's having a bad day. Okay, we're out of here. Alright, wait, never mind. We gotta get the thing first. Yeah, I mean, it's under the desk. I mean, I would have found this eventually. Eventually, I would have started tearing up the hardwood, or the floorboards, to find the piece. It'd taken me 2 hours tops to find this without help. I would have threw the GPS out the window, so there's no way he would have, gotten me on camera trying to look for it. Apparently Ethan's just over his pain. So it's very obviously Roosevelt at this point, but I told you that from the very beginning. When the R showed up, I would have gotten that instantly. Rutherford or Roosevelt. All you need to do is count the letters and cross-check it with the letters of the word you're looking for. 5 seconds tops. Alright, so the cops are going to be waiting around this corner here. And Madison will come and try to bail Ethan out, but I'm not going to... I'm just going to get caught. I'm not going to run for the subway. So Ethan's story will end here, as him being the one to save Sean, which is fine by me. And I'm either going to kill Madison in the burning building... yeah, in the burning building in someone's apartment, who I'm not going to name, for obvious reasons, valid and justified reasons, or we're going to sacrifice her to the creepy old man in the basement. But Ethan is definitely getting caught here. I was going to wait until later when Madison calls Ethan's room and tells him that the cops will, you know, be raiding his room in 30 seconds or whatever, and he needs to get out. Because that's a pretty good action sequence, but I wouldn't be able to play that action sequence, seeing as how I'd get caught there, as per my intention. But I think we're just going to skip all that and get Ethan arrested right here.
We're in position. Perfect. Nobody moves until I give the signal. Is that clear? We nail him as soon as he sets foot outside. Right.
So once you get Ethan incarcerated, you can bust him out as Jaden, but I'm not going to do that.
Car. What's he doing in here? Beats me. You're the profiler, right? I thought you were supposed to be right inside the killer's head.
Well, that's just it. What I know of Ethan Mars doesn't match the killer's psychological profile.
That's because he's not the killer. But if we keep Ethan in prison and successfully rescue Sean, Ethan won't kill himself in prison. I'm pretty sure. Because you'll know who the real origami killer is, regardless if well, I mean, you, the player, will know who the origami killer is, regardless of which ending you get. But the police and certain people will only know if you do certain things. So we need to make sure that Norman will save Sean, and Sean will be alive, and then Ethan will not kill himself in prison. I'm pretty sure.
I know what the jury's gonna
and if he does, you know, tough tits.
Between your theories and concrete proof.
Which doesn't make any sense, because Sean, every scenario in which Sean dies, and Sean can die, Ethan offs himself in the endings. So I don't think there's a single one where Ethan survives if Sean dies. Ethan can die at his own hand in like 3 different ways, so watch out when you play this, if you care about Ethan, which I don't.
What the fuck is that girl doing there? Mars comes out now, she's gonna be in trouble. What do we do, Lieutenant? Want to get her out?
So, Madison should have no idea that Ethan is here. At all, because what the game wants you to do is open Ethan's box of stuff and see all the addresses and everything, and that's why Madison is canonically supposed to be here. But no, I didn't open the box, so it should change the story. So that's another flaw in the game. It didn't account for my intuition, like, you know, decision, and it's doing it as if I opened the box, which I didn't. I made a point of not opening the box. So Madison shouldn't know that he's here, because it's not until later that she goes to the creepy man's house and finds the blue room card and the address to this place. So again, you can help Ethan escape as Madison, but I'm not going to, because I want Madison to be as far away from the story as possible.
You've got to warn Ethan. The police. They staked out the building where Ethan is. The cops don't know me. I could just walk into the building without being noticed.
Well, you're about to. You are right now.
She's going inside. She lives there. Us just as well. We don't want anyone hanging around if Mars comes out.
Ethan, what happened? The police. They're out there. I think they're here to arrest you. We've got to find another way out.
No, we don't. So we're just gonna wait here for the cops to bust into the door.
I've got to search the hall.
Wait for a go on my word.
We've got to get out of here fast. The cops are going to break in any second. The solution. There's got to be a solution.
So it is pretty interesting to see all 3,
no point in trying.
well, minus Scott Shelby, characters interact in the chase scene that will happen if you know, escape through the window. But that's not going to happen, because we're just going to take the easy way out and get Ethan arrested
We'd be
here.
Trapped.
So we're supposed to be using this time better.
Come on, think of something. Think of something fast.
So of course Jaden will believe that Ethan's not the killer once you get him into custody, because because Jaden is, you know, smart, but everyone else, including Carter and the police and everyone, thinks they want to pin it on someone, which makes sense because people are uneasy of the whole origami killers thing, and Ethan is creepy and stupid, so they're helping everyone by incarcerating Ethan. I don't remember this being so long, this taking so long. Do they not come in until I start moving? Because I know they'll come in eventually. Can I interact with Ethan? I know they're supposed to come in here. I know they can. It's happened before.
Get out that way.
Do I have to wait until the box and stuff is put up next to the window? I could have swore I've done this before. I just waited in here and they came in. Maybe the game is just... Because this game has crashed like 3 times, so maybe they're just unresponsive. Oh, I need the box to get out the window, because we have to go out this window. Do I need to get Ethan up first? Oh, it's this window. Okay, well, as soon as I get this window open, they should automatically come in here. They should already be in here. I've wasted too much time in here already. I'm not having the... well... I'm like Hercules trying to do this controller as hard as I can, and it never works half the time.
Ready on my go.
Okay,
Stay
so now
here,
they're
Jamie.
coming.
Out of the question. I'm coming with you.
2 men at the door, hold your positions. It's a go.
Alright, so we're just gonna get Ethan arrested here. So apparently they don't come in until this window's open, which I'm pretty sure I've had them come in before, but whatever. They sure are taking their sweet time trying to get Ethan here. They should already have their guns out and everything. This is sloppy police work. He didn't say go that entire time. Madison is not here. She bailed.
You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent.
You gotta complete the other few lines of the Miranda rights there. Any decent lawyer is gonna get him off just like that if you don't do those. What's interesting is I researched To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen. You know, he says he's 23, he's actually 49. That guy. And about 80-90% of the people who are on that show get off because of entrapment laws and everything else. The cameras up because they don't sign any kind of paper to be on television, and it's just a very, I mean, it's pretty sad, to be honest, on both parts, because on if they don't intervene and get these people, then some, you know, young child will be assaulted, which is, you know, not, you know, good. But on the other side, you have this, you know, 40-year-old man who's probably never had a girlfriend, and, you know, they always show up with like chocolates and flowers and all this gifts and all that stuff. So I don't know, it's pretty soul crushing on both sides.
The life of your son. We still have time, but it's running out. Help me, Ethan. Tell me what you know.
I'm gonna guilt trip him.
By my estimate, Sean has approximately 12 hours left to live. It's raining outside, Ethan. Each drop gets him closer to the end, a slow and painful death. Where is he, Ethan? Where is Sean?
I'll convince him.
You've lost, Ethan. What will you gain with one more victim?
His Irish accent came out there a little bit. Again, I don't know why they hired all French and Irish actors. Well, I mean, I get why. It's because David Cage is, you know, French, and he wanted, like, familiar people, I'm assuming. But, I mean, it's just, he should have set this game in France or whatever with, you know, he shouldn't have set it in America.
Huh?
Fahrenheit, the David Cage game before this, I'm pretty sure it's not a, it doesn't have, like, you know, quick time events and everything. It's not like Beyond Two Souls and Detroit Become Human where it has, you know, the same mechanics. Victims.
Look at these, Ethan. Look at these. 8 photographs. 8 lives taken. Drowned in the goddamn rain. Recognize this one, huh? That's your son, Ethan. That's Sean. He is still alive. Talk to me, Ethan. Say something!
I kidnapped my son.
Why?
But I can't remember.
Why would you admit that without... He doesn't have to say anything, is the thing. He can just, you know, plead the fifth here. Which is what he should be doing. He was smart. Also, he doesn't know if he kidnapped his son or not. He also would probably know if... Sean is the 9th victim here, okay? He doesn't remember anything about killing the other 8 kids before killing Sean, supposedly. I mean, this is just not... Nothing makes sense here.
I don't know where he is. The only way to find him is to let me out of here. I'm the only person who can save him.
Not true.
You say you can save him, but you don't.
I ran out of time. I pushed
Know where he is.
the square.
Doesn't make sense, Ethan.
I love my son. I love my son.
We get it.
If you keep me here, Sean is going to die.
No, he won't.
Time's running out.
Legal.
And frankly, I don't care why you did it. The only thing I want to know is where you've hidden Sean.
I don't know. I would already have saved him if I knew where he was.
So I don't think we can interfere with... Oh, I want to see that face again.
This time, I suggest you think carefully before you answer. Where
That's a derpy face. Okay, so we can interfere here, but I don't like Ethan, so we're not going to.
I don't know.
Wrong answer. I answered your question, and now you're gonna answer me, even if it takes all night. Where is the kid?
Can I at least see what's going on here?
Nothing to say, huh? Can't fucking remember? I'll see if this refreshes your fucking memory. Think you're tough, huh? Is that it? You're just a fucking degenerate. Now you're gonna tell me the truth, or I'm gonna really get angry.
Okay, I gotta...
Even if he is a killer, that doesn't give you the right to beat him.
That's...
Whose side are you on, Norman? Are you defending this piece of shit?
No. I thought defend, like, would be... I thought pushing defend would, like, be like, Ethan, defend yourself.
I'm defending the law, and the law says he is innocent until proven guilty.
This guy's got no rights. Do you hear me? No rights.
He just, I mean, I can agree with Carter here, because Ethan just said he kidnapped his son, which would imply him as the origami killer. He went from docile to everything.
You're gonna tell me what I want to know, or I'm gonna fucking cripple you.
So I'm not gonna do anything this time. Well, broke his nose there. Take that, Ethan. There's another broken rib. Man. The camera angles suck in this game. Here we go. Gosh. No. Well, I hope that wasn't because I did that.
That is not the way it's gonna go. I'm gonna tell the whole story to Captain Perry.
No, I won't. I'm just gonna go in here and turn the camera on. He's just not there anymore.
That bastard is gonna beat a confession out of Mars. He just wants a cope.
He didn't. He already confessed.
Even if it's the wrong guy.
On camera, before he turned the camera off.
Fuck! That asshole has gone too far this time.
What in the world is going on here? I've never noticed this before. There's someone else in there too. What's Norman doing just looking in these cells? Well, Ethan's gonna be in one of these pretty soon. He looks pretty sad. That's that girl from the... Yeah, that's that girl from the party. Well, that guy's morphing out of the door there. Okay, so I can go tell Captain Perry, but he's going to agree. Oh wait, there's Ethan. Is that Ethan? That's not Ethan. That man is not Ethan either. He's the wrong color. So if I go tell Captain Perry, he's going to side with Carter. So I need to figure out what to do here. He's not here. Make the U-turn. I think I can just go back to my office, my office, and take the Trypto to skip this. This is a weird place for a police station, on like the second floor of a parking garage. Again, France. I've got to find my office and take the tryptocane to like fast forward the mission to the next one. So I think that's what you're supposed to do here. Because you can't bail out Ethan because he's not there anymore. I think you have to take the Trypto here if Ethan gets arrested at this point and all the things go like they did. I'm not going to. I think if I do, I don't know if it has any effects, but I need to make sure Norman doesn't die. I don't know what I'm going to do if Norman dies, which isn't going to happen because he can only die against Mad Jack and then the climax after this, I'm pretty sure. Or he gets attacked. Oh, this part's really good. This segment right here is probably the best part in the game, like cinematically and like you know what I'm getting at here. What did I just say? Okay, so Norman can die against Mad Jack, which will be coming up shortly. He can die against the origami killer who attacks him in Paco's room at the Blue Room, and in the climax against the origami killer. And I'm fairly confident. I'm very confident that I won't die to any of those if I haven't died yet. You get an achievement for doing all the pianos perfectly, which I've done many times. It's not really even as hard as the achievement makes it out to be. It's supposed to be like a 0.2% or whatever if people only have it. Yeah, watch me mess up here. So I'm sure the times are faster on the harder mode. You have a shorter amount. I did it. Perfect.
Your vodka, sir.
Thanks.
This guy's like, oh man, what's the guy's name? I'd like to say, I think it's Andy, or Hal, from The Shining, the bartender in that. He's wearing the same everything.
You look preoccupied. You don't mind my saying so.
So I'm assuming this is the hotel that Norman is staying at while he's in this, you know, solving the murder.
Problems with the investigation?
Blake is convinced that Mars is the killer.
Also, he's hallucinating this person.
Not you. I thought there was some evidence to that effect.
Like him full-on confessing.
That's true. But it just doesn't make sense. His psychological profile doesn't fit. Neither does the geolocalization. I can't see this father drowning 8 victims before kidnapping his own kid.
Hallelujah. Norman Jayden, ladies and gentlemen. Golden child, intelligent, and from the FBI, not the CIA. I mean, what more could you ask for a character?
Mars is not the origami killer. I'd stake my life on it.
Amen.
Then who is?
I know who is. Fun fact for you. I guessed who it was way before I found out when I was playing this for the first time, and I hadn't looked up a guide or anything on the outcome or anything. I completely, honestly, 100% guessed who it was. Well, I didn't guess. I knew. It's fairly obvious who it is, and it didn't take much work.
Maybe you should review the evidence in your possession.
That's just what I was thinking of doing.
Okay, so right now I have to do the tire tracks and geoanalyze them to the thing, and then that's how we find Mad Jack.
You should be careful not to overindulge in you know what. It can be dangerous. Very dangerous.
I'm trying to keep a handle on it, but that's difficult. It gets more and more difficult.
It'll end up killing you if you're not careful.
I have literally not taken it once this entire game.
That would be most unfortunate, sir.
Again, the RE is what kills him. Not the tryptocane is what Norman thinks is keeping him alive, which, in all fairness, it probably is, and I get that that's probably the mindset that a lot of people have, but the RE, the sunglasses he has on are called the RE, if that hasn't been made clear yet. That's what causes him to need the drug, and it's issued to everyone who has sunglasses, okay? So, yeah. I mean, I could stay in here for 3 minutes or 5 minutes or however long it takes him to start bleeding to show you, but I'm not going to, because that's just a waste of time. Alright, so tire tracks.
Looks like there's something new. The video recording from near the park on the afternoon Sean Mars disappeared. I doubt there's anything on it, but you never know.
So the most cryptic piece of evidence is the snapshot when Ari's recording when you're fighting the origami killer in Paco's room. After Madison is done pretty much stripping herself for answers, for clues. At gunpoint, I should probably say.
A Chevrolet model corresponding to the tire prints passed at 1602 heading for the park, when in the opposite direction at 1637. That could fit the time that Sean Mars disappeared.
That's 12, it'd be 4:37 or 5:37, one of the two. Oh yeah, that's the wrong thing. Okay, I gotta do the tire tracks.
Pity we can't see the driver's face.
That's always how it is. Those are actual Goodyear tires on there too. I'm pretty sure.
The car was stolen. Let's see. A certain Jackson Neville was suspected of stealing it. but the charges were dropped. Not enough evidence.
So I have a theory about how Mad Jack had the charges dropped, because the origami killer, I think, pulled some strings with his ties in the police department to make sure he got the charges dropped. Okay, so it's definitely the tire tracks I have to geoanalyze, which is what I've been saying from the start. Alright. Good lord. I know it has something to do with the tire tracks.
Jackson Neville, aka Mad Jack.
So he's supposed to be, this takes place in 2009 and he's born in 82. So he's supposed to be far younger than he actually is.
Of buying and selling stolen
He looks like he's about 40 there and he'd be 50 now.
To be very dangerous. This guy might have provided the killer with a car. It's a pretty slim lead, but it's all I have right now.
Alright, so this is the Mad Jack episode. Mad Jack has killed cops before, and you have to kill Mad Jack or else he will kill you. He can either run you over with like a, you know, construction vehicle, or he can throw you in a car crusher, which gives the most realistic scream I've ever heard in any video game. If you do that and die as Norman, get thrown in the car crusher. So, by me not taking trypto, I think it's because I think I didn't take the tryptocane, so I think that's going to cause me to have to push all 7 buttons at once and have to huff it. And that's the only way you can arrest him without killing him, because you can either kill him, arrest him, or have him kill you. And arresting him is the most stupidest part in this entire game. And I mean I've done it, it's not that hard. But it's you have to push like 7 buttons and then twist your controller.
I should consult my superiors. Maybe... No, that's stupid. I gotta handle this on my own.
I don't know why he wouldn't want people out there.
I can't just stand by and watch. I'm gonna help Mars get out of here. I gotta find some way to get Ethan Mars out of here. Even if there's only a 1 in 1,000 chance he's telling the truth, he may still be able to save his son.
But no, Jane seems all sorts of too eager to let this potential... He's already confessed he's the kidnapper.
The thing is that Mars is innocent, and I gotta get him out of here.
So... leave Ethan.
I can't do anything for Mars. These are serious charges he's facing.
I know. Okay, so we're gonna not help Ethan get out of here. We're gonna leave.
Did Mars confess? No, not yet. He lost consciousness. We'll give him a break and then we'll get back to him. He must be tougher than I thought.
He said he kidnapped his son.
He'll crack. They all do.
Alright, so I can choose to go in here and do all the shenanigans.
You've done a fine job.
That shithead Perry doesn't give a damn if Blake beats up a witness or if Mars is innocent. All he wants is to be able to tell the press they've arrested the origami killer. He may be guilty. He's acting odd.
Okay, the exit sign was by Perry.
Heck, he never said he
So I
wasn't
gotta
the
go out that way.
origami killer. Ethan Mars is innocent. He truly believes that he alone can save Sean. What if he's right? It's none of my business. If Perry and Blake think Mars is the killer, what can I do about it?
Nothing. That's why we're going to get real clues.
I just don't believe he's guilty. Nothing about him matches the killer's profile.
So I'm not saving Sean, or Ethan. I'm saving Sean as Norman, but I'm not saving Ethan. So I can tell you that right now. So I don't know what I have to do to get out of here exactly, because I don't think I've ever done it quite like this. Because it wasn't required for some ending criteria. But I have to... Okay, can I go in here? Okay, so there's no way to... Alright, so that was a waste of time. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the Ethan Mars interrogation room. Right. Oh, I can go in the bathroom? I didn't know that. I'm gonna check out this dude over here. Hey, buddy. That guy did not flush. Gotta weigh my options here. Alright. So Carter Blake and Lieutenant Perry, I think his name's Mason Perry, that sounds right. They get fired / suspended if you complete it as Norman and prove Ethan's not the killer, which is what's gonna happen. So don't worry about them and how they're sounding.
Gotta find some way to get rid of the guard if I want to free Mars.
I don't want to free Mars. I really don't want Ethan to get out of here. I mean, he can get arrested again at the motel, but that just like that's a waste of time to bail him out just for him to get arrested again. I'm pretty sure you can choose to leave him here. I mean, I wanna just go to Mad Jack.
Has he confessed?
Not yet.
I see. Leave us alone.
Lieutenant Blake said to...
Please, leave us alone.
Blake has superiority over this department, so Norman pulling his... This shouldn't work.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'll be at the door if you need anything.
He's the lieutenant. Or sergeant. I think it's lieutenant.
Christ. Are you alright, Ethan?
Man, do I have to save Ethan here? I wouldn't have gotten him arrested if I knew... Okay, I don't want to save him. This is just retarded. This is illegal, too, for Norman. I don't want Norman to break the law.
I gotta get out of here.
It got cut off again.
Let's see what I can do.
I want...
Should be able to get him out of here without being noticed.
No, you shouldn't. He's this target of a nationwide manhunt.
Shit! What am I doing? Helping a suspect to escape? That'll cost me my badge and earn me a 10-year stretch.
I know. I don't want to do it. I gotta turn the camera back on.
Gary, you can take a break. I'll keep an eye on it.
You sure? Actually, I was busting for a piss. If you
I don't
need to
want...
adjust his handcuffs, the keys are on my desk.
There should be officers' raincoats all over the place. Gotta find one and give it to Mars.
I don't...
First, get rid of the cuffs.
No, I don't want to.
There should be officers' raincoats all over the place.
I don't want Ethan to escape.
Find one and give it to Mars.
I put him in prison for a reason.
Find some way to get him through the police station undetected.
I don't... Good lord. See, this game is majorly flawed. That's why it's not in my top 10. LA Noire doesn't have any BS scenes like this.
There should be officers' raincoats.
Yeah, I'm aware of the freaking officers' raincoats.
Give it to Mars.
I'm trying to...
I gotta find some way to get him through the police station undetected.
I do not want to. Well, I think I gotta this is bullshit. No, I don't want to get him out. I want to leave him in. Why isn't that an option? This is retarded. Okay, push it.
I'm gonna find a way to get you out of here, Ethan. Stay
No,
put.
I'm not.
I'll be back.
So I know that this is supposed to be Norman being quote-unquote good, but he doesn't understand that he's supposed to be an FBI special agent. FBI special agents are supposed to let go serial killers, even if they're not the real serial killer.
I gotta find some way to get him through the police station undetected.
Well, this is retarded. This not only works, but no cameras are anywhere and no one sees him do this. I mean, there's no way Norman gets any repercussions for this in any ending. It's not like he gets found out and thrown off the case, like he should.
That's it. You're free.
Okay, so Ethan's definitely getting thrown back in prison at the next opportunity. Why would they even give him this opportunity? Because Ethan's supposed to stay in prison.
They're having a break.
It's very hard to get Ethan arrested.
Slip out without being noticed. Head straight to the exit. Don't stop, don't talk, don't even think. Just walk.
I don't know what to say.
This somehow works.
Just say you're gonna save your son.
He fully admitted to kidnapping Sean, which he didn't do, obviously, but they don't know that. And Norman just let that happen. Also, no one noticed that. Who are they going to blame when Ethan just walked out? They're going to blame that dude who was watching him, and then he's going to say that Norman told him to go away, and this all leads back to Norman one way or another. This is stupid. Okay, so Ethan is probably going to have his life be cost by his actions here.
Less than an hour ago, we heard from the police who have identified the man thought to be the origami killer. Ethan Mars, father of the kidnapped victim Sean Mars, is on the run and should be considered armed and dangerous. A police manhunt is now in
Okay, so I'm going to do nothing here. His room number is 207. I'm not playing this off like I don't know how to call the right number. His room number is 207 or 307 or... It's something 07, 207. Yeah, it's 207, okay? So don't be telling me I don't know what is going on here. I'm purposely getting Ethan arrested right here because he needs to suffer for his inconvenience that he has... That 10 minutes of me BSing around trying to free him is going to take like 45 minutes to upload, just that 10-minute part of it. So... And I wanted him to be in prison in the first place. It's not like I wanted to put him in prison and bail him out. That wasn't part of my plan. And Madison somehow just helps Ethan. For no reason. Nothing in return.
I brought some food. I didn't know what you liked.
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls is definitely better than this game. I'm just going to say that right now. It has better gameplay, it has a better story. You have items so you can look at stuff you're not supposed to look to. This game is still... It has too many... There's a lot of flaws. And Ryan is in friggin' Beyond... Actually, Quantic Dream isn't... None of the games are in my top 10. And I said that Heavy Rain is in my top 9, but it's been bumped down to 11 to 12. That's not what I'm trying to make here is... These are not top 10 games, is what I'm talking about. Quantic Dream does not make top 10 games.
So I brought some of everything. I hope that's okay.
I'm playing them because they're on my PS Plus account, and I've just got 3 months of PS Plus, and I'm trying to make the most of my money, and I have an overwhelming sense of I need to make these, I need to get them out. So that's why I'm doing this right now, okay? There's no ulterior motives here.
You followed me.
I wanted to know. You're all over the news reports, Ethan. Every cop in the country will be hunting you. They say you're the origami killer.
She can't get it right either. Friggin' 188.
Is it true? Are you the killer, Ethan?
Maybe he is the friggin' killer. He's the only one who can friggin' pronounce it right except the real killer.
Please, Madison. Madison, don't ask any more questions unless you know.
That's for me to decide.
No, it's not. Get the fuck out of here. You have nothing to contribute to the story, and you're just a character. She only exists to be, like, ogled at by male characters in this game, and to be in a relationship with Ethan, blackmail him, and he's a free life if you die as Ethan or Jaden, which is pretty much impossible to do unless you suck ass at video games, pretty much, because it's very hard. It takes genuine skill to kill off these characters, okay? You must really suck if you manage to die in this game. Even on the hardest difficulty, it's not hard.
What have you done?
And that was on the hardest difficulty on Beyond Two Souls too, okay? So and I haven't played that game in 5 years, 6 years since I was 11, or 12, or 2012. Okay, I'm not reviewing my age here. That game came out forever ago, and I died because I was on the very hardest setting, and I died in for some bullshit reason. I can't even remember. I was in the frozen dinner, and the guy didn't jump out when he was supposed to, and Ryan just sprint. That game was a major flaw in that area that I died. And it kept on going like I didn't die, and Ryan survived. And it treated it like I still survived, so that's not the point I'm making here. The point I'm making is I haven't played that game in 7, 6, whatever years, and I was on the hardest difficulty, and I only died once. Okay, so don't be trying to say I'm contradicting myself here when I say that you must really suck to die in this game. You must really suck to die in this game.
I sometimes have these blackouts. Times where I don't know what I'm doing. As if I'm someone completely different. The only thing I remember afterwards
is the bodies.
It's the bodies. The bodies in the water.
Again, this is just really shitty game making on on David Cage's part here, because they cut out the scenes, so you have no idea what Ethan's talking about here, because they cut out all the episodes where he goes and finds the bodies in the water.
Why are you hurt, Ethan? Why were you in that apartment?
I think my other self is testing my love for Sean. He wants to know if I love my son enough to save him. That means there's some part of me that knows where Sean is. The only way to find him is to go through these trials.
Ethan somehow thinks he's smart enough to put all this together and set all this up.
And tell them what? That I'm a schizophrenic that drowns his victims and has kidnapped his own son? They'd never let me go. And
They just did let you go.
I have to stay free to save Sean. I have no choice. I'm his only chance.
Okay, so Madison's gonna leave here and the cops will be here, and we're just gonna not do anything. Ethan's gonna get captured because I'm sick of his bullshit pretty much. And I want him to suffer.
You can't keep going like this. You're destroying yourself, Ethan.
Finding Sean is the only thing that matters.
And Norman's gonna steal your thunder.
There has to be another way.
I wish Norman didn't just compromise himself, because that would have worked out. Because now he's compromised. He let Ethan go.
You don't understand. Time is running out. Sean will be dead in a few hours. I have no choice.
Yet you're yelling and having an argument with someone who has no importance to you or the game, and you're making small talk with her and everything, and you've been doing everything but try to save Sean. He started to be on the way there.
Leave. Forget everything that's happened. There is nothing more you can do for me. If you want to help me, leave.
So that he could take another nap while Sean drowns. Apparently she only brought one pair of clothes to this motel. She's been here for 2 days or whatever. Who does that? Okay, so we're staying right here. We're not moving as Ethan at all.
I'll find you, Sean. I swear I'll find you. The box. I have to open another origami figure. I don't have much time. I've got to find my son before it's too late.
I know the cops are out here. They're gonna be here. She calls the room. That happens immediately after he gets busted out, if he gets busted out. Madison's probably the one who called them. Traitor. I know I'm remembering this correctly. There's no way I'm wrong here. Look at those poorly rendered houses. LA Noire, everything's decently rendered. I mean, you think you'd be able to go in any of the houses in LA Noire. That's how decently rendered they all are. And that game is as old as this one. So this is the one where you have to kill the drug dealer. Also, this is stupid because he can just fake, he could just lay it all out as soon as he gets there. Hey, long story short, I was sent to kill you. Let's stage it like they did with Jesse Pinkman with, you know, when Henry Schrader arrests him, and they have to make it look like he's been shot in the head, and send it to you know, and show it to Huel. They should do that. Ethan should do that to this guy, so he doesn't have to really kill him, and he gets the same thing. Because the origami killer's not going to know the difference unless he's got like connections to this dude and would know that he's there. Also, Ethan somehow knows how to operate a handgun, even though he's an architect and he's very docile and stupid. He's probably a Democrat. Alright, so that was dumb. That whole ordeal with... If I knew Ethan was... If I knew it was... It was mandatory to break Ethan out of jail at that point, I would have just chased with Norman, and that would have been much better gameplay than that sorry stuff. Okay, so this is where we have to kill Manfred. Lauren is such a stupid character too, because she touches everything in this freaking store, and it's near impossible to get it all done in time, because she's an idiot who wants to do her son's killer, even though she's the most oblivious, naive person ever, to not realize that the killer...
I'll have to talk to her later. Manfred! Manfred!
Also, this makes no sense, because I think Boundary Break also did it where it's like 4-point-something seconds from when you talk to Manfred to when he's found dead, and there's no way what happened would happen in that time frame.
Nothing much changed here. Just the dust on the clock's ticking on and on. What was that meeting with Charles Kramer at the golf club really about? Why is he so worried about me investigating his son?
Because his son killed someone, and he would know that for sure. Scott Shelby knows for a fact that Gordy killed that kid.
Might be somebody in the back room.
Alright, so Lauren is definitely going to get killed. I don't care about perfect crime or anything no more. This is more of a personal decision. Lauren is definitely getting drowned. Oh, here he is.
Hi there, Manfred.
Who is it? Scott. Scott Shelby. Do you remember me? Scott? This is Scott!
Oh, yes, of course. Well, good to see you. How long has it been?
Oh, about 10 years, I guess.
My age, time means nothing anymore.
He doesn't have much of it left.
I repair clocks, but I try to forget about time. How about you? Are you still with the police?
Oh, no, I quit. I'm a private investigator now. This is Lauren. She's a friend.
Hello.
He's an idiot. I mean, I'm not saying this just to throw things out there, but I don't know. I think David Cage might be sexist because every woman in this game is just an unnecessary character.
Well, this calls for a celebration. I've just the thing. Wait there.
I mean, I'm trying to think. Grace rats out Ethan with her suspicions, and that's what gets him arrested in the first place. Lauren touches everything in this place and gets you arrested, as Scott. And we've already discussed Madison to quite length.
I'm sure I saw a bottle of scotch around here somewhere.
Nice to see Manfred again. Just like old times.
Okay, so
Do an old man a favor, would you, Scott? Tell them
I need to make sure I know what Lauren's touching here. Where's the freaking phone? Okay, so he's gonna touch the shot glasses and the scotch. Lauren's gonna touch the...
Yeah, this is Manfred. He's not available right now. Could you call back later this afternoon?
Okay, so the phone, he's touching the glasses and the bottle.
Well, to old friends.
I'd like you to have a look at an envelope. I thought maybe you could tell me about the typewriter that was used to type the address on it.
Oh, let's have a look.
Royal 5. Okay, she's touching that.
Magnifying glass from behind.
So, magnifying glass, phone, scotch, bottles, or glasses, and the ballerina. Magnifying glass. I wish there was a way to just arrest Lauren, because I could just scrape off everything except the ballerina thing, and it should just arrest her.
What this envelope has to say for itself. The Royal 5. And yes, the shape of the T's and the F's is typical of that model. Produced between 1907 and 1924.
Lauren looks kind of like a fish. Kind of like how Byleth in Three Houses does. And that really annoying, you know, Michael from Stranger Things. He looks like a fish. And everyone, all the girls on the internet just completely fall in love with him. He looks dumb.
These typewriters, are they rare?
No, they're fairly common. I'd say many folks have one gathering dust in an attic or in their cellar.
Are there many places around that could repair one of these?
I bought the company's entire stock of spare parts for a song in '64. Well, they were going to take them to the dumpster, so I got the lot. Anybody around here who has one that actually works has been to see me at one time or another.
You keep a record of all your clients?
Oh, yes, indeed. At least the ones who pay.
Any chance I could get a peek?
He tried to laugh there, but nothing came out.
Yes, of course. I keep my account books in the office. If you're not in a hurry, I have a list of all the clients who ever bought a Royal 5 or had one repaired.
John
Yeah,
Shepard.
that would really help us out.
Delighted to help. Give me 2 minutes, and I'll
This,
be right.
the people acting in this game definitely don't touch Defoe's level of acting shocked and sad and all that in Beyond Two Souls. So I'm glad they started getting, like, respected actors and everyone who could do those things more properly. And then they completely ignored that idea for Detroit Become Human and got the guy who voices Mr. Krabs on the animated television show SpongeBob SquarePants, because, I mean, good lord, why would that be your first pick? Clancy Brown, really?
If he has a 1920s typewriter, he may have needed Manfred's services to get it fixed.
He definitely did. The Origami Killer is probably kicking himself right now in his head, thinking that he probably should have learned to repair and self-sustain his own typewriter instead of having to rely on someone else. It's just a loose end. Okay, she's touching this stupid thing again. That thing. Ledges, the door handle, magnifying glass, phones, scotch, and the bottles.
Been a while since Manfred went into his office. Let's take a look. The killer's name might be in Manfred's papers.
So Manfred's already dead at this point.
Lauren thinks she's about to find the killer.
Ironic.
I'm afraid she's going to be disappointed.
Hello?
Manfred!
Hello? Your call is logged, sir. A police car will be there in a few minutes. I need to know who you are, sir. Sir? Hello?
I probably could have done his thoughts there.
Oh my god! He's dead. Oh, God. Poor old man. He didn't deserve to go like that.
Okay. I just book it out this window.
Scott? Oh my god.
What are you doing?
I'm calling the police.
The killer has already called the police. I think he wants us to be his scapegoats. We gotta get the hell out of here.
What do you mean? We have nothing to do with his
See, Lauren's just an idiot.
death. We were just here when it happened.
Look, we're running out of time to find Sean Mars. The last thing we need is 24 hours in a police station explaining this whole thing.
Well, so what do we do?
You mean, what do I do? Because Lauren does nothing.
Watch the front door. I'll get rid of our fingerprints from everything we touched since we came in. Better work fast. The police are going to be here any minute.
That delivery could have been better. Okay. Phone. Window. I gotta work faster. Everything in this room first.
Where did we leave Prince? Gotta remember. Fast.
Magnifying glass.
Don't forget to clean Lauren's prints too. Don't want her to be mixed up in this.
You should. Perfect crime. We're gonna incriminate the poor soul who was in here before us. We need to get the. I need to get the door and the ledges too. I don't know why Scott has a microfiber cloth or a Kleenex, or a Kleenex would be more believable, but since he doesn't have glasses, I don't know why he'd have a microfiber cloth in his jacket pocket. Unless, hint hint, he's used to wiping fingerprints off of things. Okay, so that should be everything. But I'm gonna make sure we do all the ledges and everything too, because even though I didn't do anything, It probably wants you, it thinks you would.
God, are you gonna be much longer? The police will be
If
here
you kept-
any second.
I'm almost finished.
Of course, the cops can come in. Okay. I think Lauren was over here in the beginning, even though it would have been her shirt jacket going on it and not... I went around this entire thing that had this typewriter in it. There wasn't a single prompt anywhere. Okay. I gotta work fast here. No. Why is it... Okay. This is the last thing. Alright, leave.
That's it. We're done.
You get all the prints?
Yes.
I got what I got.
Which
Should
is
be enough
everything.
to prevent them from finding us. Come on, let's go.
Yep, we did it. So, instead of this scene, you get them in the police department if you miss something.
Taking you home.
For perfect crime, you need to make sure you don't get everything. You need to make sure you get everything there.
No way. We're partners, remember? We had a deal.
See, Lauren's being childish and dumb again.
This isn't a game, Lauren. Manfred was murdered because he knew the identity of the killer. He was 10 feet away, for Christ's sake. No. I can't take a chance on the killer getting that close to me.
I'm not a child.
She acts like one.
I've got to find my
He eye rolled there. Cruel.
Your son is dead, Lauren. Getting yourself killed is not going to bring him back to life.
She's gonna take control of the wheel here.
Stop the fucking car!
Well, that was childish right there. In the rain, no doubt.
You're not gonna help me back to my Johnny. I'll do it on my own.
Unsuccessfully. He should totally just run her over right now.
Such an idiot. I better catch up with her.
What? I thought he was gonna make excuses to not go outside.
Can't just leave her like that.
Yes, you can.
She'd do anything to find the guy who killed her son.
And do anything to let that not happen. I'm just gonna... I'd already be out of the car by now, but I'm gonna do the other options just for...
Should have lit up, with or without me. It's all my fault. I should never have let her come with me.
I tried not to, and she came anyway.
Crap, I have no choice.
If you remember
I guess I'm doing
correctly
this to protect
how
her.
I did it.
Lauren!
So this is like the kind of place a bonus would be if I was doing Beyond Two Souls. We're just trying to go from one place to the other in a short amount of time. Or short proximity, I should say.
I miss him so much. Do anything to hold him once again in my arms.
Caress. No, I thought... When you think of shelter, what do you mean? What do you think when you think of shelter? A house. So I thought he was going to say, let's take you back to your house and leave you there so I can go and continue my investigation. That's a comically oversized jacket for her. Caress. Gross. I know you can, you know, be closer with Lauren as Scott, but since Lauren's a terrible character, and Scott is, well, I guess way worse, but, I mean, no. She's not a good character. Don't want to be in a relationship with her. So again, we should totally be like...
I didn't come all this way just to stop now. I've got to go through with it. For Sean.
So Ethan is definitely going to get picked up for murder charges after it, whether he finds Sean or not, because we're getting him arrested.
Come on, think of Sean. Think of Sean. Shit, I can't. He opens up, I shoot. I get the hell out of there and I don't look back.
Alright, so we can play this one or two ways. That tells is big. So I can go inside, purposely miss, and he can chase me out the door, and then I'll have to guess where Sean is being held at, which I'll incorrectly guess on purpose, so that Ethan is not, for sure, not going to be the one rescuing Sean. So I could do that without getting Ethan arrested, and that would make sure that Norman is the only one that shows up, as intended. Or I could kill this guy, and then immediately get arrested. So either way, Ethan's not going to the final climax. So I just want to make I'm going to go for the realistic option here, since this guy is a armed drug dealer who has a shotgun. So I'm assuming he knows how to use it and has probably killed people before, and Ethan has probably never used a gun in his life, and he'd probably miss every shot. So I'm going to go for the realistic approach here, and I'm going to not push anything on purpose, just so Ethan gets shot and flees the scene. So yeah, and then I'm gonna get arrested, and then we can save. No, I'm not gonna get. We're gonna guess the wrong location after this, because you have to play the rat, which is Ethan kills himself. So you know, definitely.
What do you want? Oh, fuck. I said 1,000 times that I don't want any junkies. Hey! Take it easy, man. Huh? Keep cool. What do you want? Dope? Money? Tell me what you need.
I don't know about this guy's outfit.
Sure we can make a deal, huh?
So I'm not going to do anything here. I mean, Ethan can't die here, so there's no risk. Again, I'm failing everything on purpose here. I could easily be acing every one of these.
Goddamn punk. I'm gonna play brains out. Get out. Go die somewhere else.
Alright, so Ethan's not gonna know what address it is, but I know what it is, but I'm gonna intentionally pick the wrong address so that Ethan doesn't ruin the climax with Norman. Because Norman has to be the sole one going there, because I want Norman and only Norman to be the one there.
The owner of the apartment in Marble Street is a Dr. Adrian Baker.
Again, she's a journalist. She's a journalist right here. She's getting stuff from her journalist boss.
He made some cash and bought up some cheap-ass apartments.
Okay, so we're killing Madison here, which means she won't be able to call the police for Ethan anyway, so Ethan's definitely going to get arrested.
The one in Marble Street. Of course, he got caught. He did a few months in prison and was struck off the medical register.
Interesting. Thanks.
This is a very close setup to how it is for the DLC for this game too. It starts out almost just like this.
Thanks for the information, Sam. I owe you one.
Hey, Matt.
Again, they picked out of any character they could have picked to do a DLC on. They could have done a prequel with like Scott or anyone when he was on the police or anything, but they picked Madison out of all people to make a DLC on.
I'm on it.
A prequel.
Talk to you later. The owner of the apartment where Ethan cut off his finger lives here. It's It's not much of a lead, but it's all I've got.
Okay, so we're going to very stupidly drink what this creepy man gives us, which is what she's supposed to do, or you can refuse it. But I'm gonna do the quickest. I mean, I could very easily, you know, get out of this. Even if I was blind through playing this, there's no way I'd die here. Because, one, don't ever accept drinks from creepy men if you're a woman somehow watching this video, which isn't happening. Never do that. Creepy dudes, perverts, very bad people. So, that's mistake number one that Madison makes. So we're going to make sure she learns from her mistakes and, you know, never wakes up from that drink.
I'm gonna act all doped up. I hope he goes for the bait.
Very bad acting.
Gotta find some way to get him to talk about the Marble Street apartment.
This guy looks like he needs to,
Hi. I was
you know,
told that you
ditch his wheelchair and you know, open the hatch. John Locke is a terrible character. That's what I'm trying to say here.
without a prescription.
Sorry, you were misinformed. Goodbye.
Hold on. I really need your help here. I can pay.
Well, why didn't you say so? Please come in.
So again, he's going to offer us a drink. We're going to drink it very stupidly, and we're going to. He's definitely checking her out right now.
So, you're looking for butyroprin, my dear? Are you having trouble sleeping? How much do you need?
I don't know, about 3-4 boxes.
Well, no, that shouldn't be a problem. Would you like...
Okay, I'm trying to figure out. So, do I want to kill Madison here, or do I want to survive here? And, because the one after this is the blue room is Jaden. So it doesn't really matter, because Madison shows up there too if she survives this, which she won't. Because this is given as if you die here, because Madison learns about the blue room here. But if she dies, then Jaden also needs to learn about it, and he learns about it from Mad Jack, which is the next episode. That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm really trying to say is, I could kill Madison here, right? Or I could survive this, fail to call Ethan, have him get arrested, and then burn to death in the house. So what I'm really wanting to know is what is a more painful death for Madison? Getting molested by this creepy old man, or burning to death in a burning building? So I'm kind of leaning towards experimented on and molested by this creepy old man as the worst outcome. But she's already dead by that point where he starts doing those things. She's going to be alive and, you know, everything during the burning building. But the burning building episode, as Madison provides context, which you don't... I mean, it's good context to have if you're watching this playthrough. It's a good cinematic moment that where you find out who the killer is before you're at the end as Madison, but that only happens as Madison. And yeah, we're just gonna kill her here. This is too much thinking.
Sure, why not?
So after this episode is over, I'm probably going to cut the video, just FYI. Because I think we're on
I haven't seen you around
2 hours here.
Who told you about it?
Evade.
The important thing is that we're here, right?
Drink it. Okay, so she just drank the... I'm just gonna keep on drinking it so it kicks in faster, I'm assuming. Okay, so this drink is obviously laced. I'm securing her fate here. Okay, so Madison's definitely gonna die at this point. That's already been determined.
Do you have many clients?
A few. I help to ease their anxiety. My head's been off, thin enough, hard-working enough. I reassure those who find the system too difficult. I'm like a safety valve that keeps us...
So she's starting to feel the ill effects. Of course, if I was playing this blind, which I did, I wouldn't drink from this. That's just common sense. Took another swig here just to top it off. For her really loving it, there's still it doesn't go down at all, regardless of how many drinks you take. Another flaw.
I heard you had some apartments for rent. I'm looking.
Sorry, darling. Those are all booked up.
So someone just approached Madison apparently and told her that this guy not only sells drugs, but also sells apartments, and she hits him up for both, and he's not all like, who told you?
I was looking for something around Marble Street.
So he's gonna go in the other room. What he usually does is he goes in the other room, and you snoop around until he comes back with a baseball bat, and that's how you can get knocked out. Option number two, if you're getting knocked out and dragged down to the basement. But since we already took the drink, we're gonna pass out anyway, so that's all irrelevant.
Having some trouble. Didn't your mother ever warn you about accepting gifts from strangers?
A rotting body would definitely attract someone. Those things are...
Say hello to Matthew.
It's very hard to not notice.
He had come to the senses.
It goes through multiple stories.
Another one of those goddamn government spies.
If he's sent from the government, then they know he's missing, so... I'm not even gonna fight it.
Interested in my Marble Street apartment. I rented to my friend Paco, if you must know. I have no idea what he does there. Maybe that's where he fornicates with his dancers from the Blue Lagoon. To be honest, I don't give a damn. Just as long as he pays his rent, he can do whatever he likes. But enough with the chit-chat. I miss surgery, you see, so I take every opportunity to practice. I don't have any instruments.
So this is feeding into the misconception that all surgeons, doctors, lawyers, whatever are psychopaths. Real psychopaths usually can't keep jobs because they're so narcissistic and they can't take orders from anyone, so they're always going from job to job, you know, fast food, whatever, and they can never stay at a job. That's just a misconception.
So I use whatever comes to hand. I hope you won't hold that against me. Hold on. Here's my stinger.
So Madison Paige is officially cut from our story, and she's about to be cut up. Or penetrated, whichever comes first.
Have you ever noticed, as soon as you start to do a little housework, someone always comes calling?
Yeah, this is the Jehovah's Witnesses who bail you out.
Don't move. I won't be long.
So again, I'm not going to do anything. Oh, so this is very stupid how people do this. If they're in the middle of something, it's a cliche, and they get called away. Why would you, I mean, just ignore it.
Hello, sir. I've come to bring you the word of the Lord in the form of these magnificent Bibles, which I will gladly leave with you in return for a contribution of only $5.
No thanks, I'm not.
Come now, brother. I cannot believe the word of the Lord is of no interest to you. We, his humble flock, should walk in his steps, for St. John has said...
I don't know if it's because I live in a rural area, but I've never had a Jehovah's Witness come to my door that I remember. Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts come all the time, but, you know, they're always accompanied by other people. It's not like
All for mere $5.
they're just wandering on their lonesome. That would be very unsettling, just any 5-year-old Girl Scout just by herself who knocks on a door. I'm sure that's how it used to be back in the 70s or 80s or somewhere, but now I'm pretty sure they're required to have an adult guardian with them at all times.
Sorry. I detest being interrupted when I'm off.
This guy's not very good at rope play here. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I could do a much better job at securing Madison to this table. And rest in peace, Madison, the most useless character in any... Are you kidding me? I've never tried to die so hard.
2 seconds.
He's back.
The Lord has decided to make a special effort with you, brother. He wants me to let you have this magnificent volume for a mere $3.
Alright. You convinced me.
He's gonna kill this guy too. This is new for me, because usually I'm... You know, I struggle and then let him kill me. And it's faster, apparently. She would have been dead by now.
Just give me a moment, and I'll get you a $3.
He's gonna come out with a baseball bat. Yep. Okay, so I think we're at the point of no return here.
Sorry about that. My next appointment has arrived a little early. But don't worry. We have just enough time to finish you off. Don't be afraid. We'll make our last moments together excruciatingly memorable.
So Madison is finally gone from this game. Woohoo. She did absolutely nothing for the story or the plot this entire time, and yet she's everyone's favorite character from this game apparently, which makes no sense. And she has her own DLC too, which is pretty much exactly what just happened there, only a full mission around it. Okay, so this is one of the best missions in the game. We have to get Mad Jack. We're gonna try and get him arrested, which may or may not happen, because like I said, oh wait, never mind. Okay, we'll do this mission. Well, ooh. I think there's only like 2 or 3 episodes after this, so if I don't cut it here, it's gonna be a really long... It's gonna be a really long part 4 that I'm on right now and a really short finale. And I want to have the finale be one of the longer ones, so... Unfortunately, we're going to have to cut it right here, but as I was saying, what I was saying before I switched over to this topic is to arrest Mad Jack, which is what I'm going to try to attempt. We have to hold like 6 buttons down at once and then go to the left or right on the control stick or slide or something to take the Tripto to arrest him completely. If we mess that up, which is also very likely, since I've only done this a handful of times successfully, maybe 3 or 4 times out of the maybe 7 or 8 times I've played through this. So, I mean, it's not 50% success rate. We're going to see what happens in the next episode. But yeah, if we don't arrest him with that, he's going to take our gun and kick us, and we have to escape from the car crusher. And I don't want that to happen because I don't want any uncertainty around Norman's fate. I need to make sure Norman makes it to the end at all costs, because then they'll really mess up the story, since Ethan will be in prison and Madison will be dead. It'll be Perfect Crime, only crappier. Yeah. And they won't know who the origami killer is. So all of my cards are on Norman being the star. So we're at the point of no return. That has to be the ending we go for. There's no switching the ending, especially now that Madison's dead, confirmed. So yeah, that was Heavy Rain Part 4. The next part will probably be the finale. I don't know yet, and the next part after that will definitely be the finale if the next part isn't. Bye bye.